I've been crafting away and I overshot how quick my members was going to run out. I've actually got 2 days left on it, so plenty of time to make some progress. And there is level 97 crafting, which, to be fair to the battlestaffs, they are definitely doing the work. And not sure we've got enough to get to 98, but I think with that and protein hide, we might be able to scrape the level. In terms of how many got left to do, 6.8k. So still quite a bit left, but again, real good to see that progress. In terms of the items being sold, we've started to chip away at some things. I managed to sell my tortoise shells. The idea there was to do some summoning patches for war tortoises and make quite a lot, because war tortoises do seem to spike at times. But I managed to sell them for a decent price. I've made money there, and again, it's one of those things where buying items to use up over time are good investments, really, because I've made some money there. I do it with loads of other stuff. I buy skills with no intention to use them straight away. And worst case, I use them. Best case, I sell them for a little bit of profit. However, now is our favourite time of the week, where we go and check our dragons to go and get our farming XP. Again, this will get us 98 farming, which if we jump out now, there we go, 98 farming. Really nice. We might scrape 99. We shall see how we get on. So get all of these dragons. Again, really helpful for the beans. Smashing out dragons, these are really going to help us. Now I know that there's going to be something farming related for 100 crafting. That's going to be how you're going to get the materials to make the brand new martial armors. I need to rack up beans. I need to rack up farming levels as well. So we're going to continue with play around farms. The good thing is as well at the minute is with the breeding pens, we are basically getting a couple of free dragons. So I'm not having to pay for those, which is nice. So we've basically filled our breeding pen with what has been gathered while the other ones were growing. So bang these in, and that pen sorted. And let's see how far we are from 99. Actually, oh, we might be close actually. And we've got it. So ready, here we go. We are going to be now 99 farming. To have done this through dragons in like not what I was used to. So beforehand, I've got 99 on numerous accounts farming. It's always been done with trees. Always been done with trees and always been done like doing trees and herbs. This is the first time I've actually used player-owned farms, and player-owned farms is broken still. So very happy that we've got that. And again, for the XP, the GP for it is so cheap. So racking up those beans, we're now over 100,000 beans, which is very good. We've got quite a lot to buy from Granny anyway, in terms of some upgrades for like our Slayer setup. There's a couple of items you can buy from player-owned farms, which are really going to improve your quality of life. But yeah, I did my mushrooms the other day, so I don't need to touch those. But 97 crafting and 99 farming are pretty big levels. In fact, while we're on the level train, let's go and do, I've done my keys for today. I was going to say like very close to 99 div, very close to 99 mining. Maybe we'll finish that off for the end of this bond as well, is to get those levels ticked off, because yeah, I made some real progress, real progress. 99 is going to be the Master Farmer Fragments and double the rate, which is nice because I actually do need to go and get that. We have our first large dino pen as well, and obviously the skill cape, which is going to give us a really good chance to instantly harvest herbs, which is going to make herb runs a little bit better, and something I definitely want to get back up and run on this account. Herb runs are free money, so we definitely want to be doing that anyway. So little mushrooms are growing their adolescence at the minute, so they could have got us 99 farming if the dragon didn't. But play around farms set up for another week just to see how we get on. 97 crafting, and we have the alchemical Hydrix Brute, so Brute for Gods, Gorgeous FG, and the Tyro Lever in Demonheim. So in terms of what's left for the bank, we'll actually go and run to the Grand Exchange as well. Now what's depressing is that I did all this crafting yesterday, and it didn't really make a dent in my wealth evaluator. So the wealth evaluator currently is sat at a price of 1,250, which is not too bad. Obviously, we're going to focus a lot more on money making in the next couple of goes. Try to buy some refined new planks because they're very much a low ball offer. We're starting to sell those Elder Rune swords, but I'm a bit worried I'm going to end up stuck with them. The tortoise shells did sell, which is nice. Blood of Orc is selling very slowly, but for a considerably higher price than what it actually is. And yeah, I've still got all these herbal supplies to do. Whether I do them or not, I'm not sure. I'll probably do the summoning potions, because the summoning potions can be quite high at points. But we'll see about the others. So one thing I want to get sold is these Slayer wildcard tickets, because they'll sell for a decent amount. And then let's just see if there's any other items worth selling now. And the hope is that we slow sell these for a much higher price, which basically means that we're going to make more money in the long run. So in terms of the skilling tab, what's left to go? We've got some luminous energy I want to sell. Actually, I know what I want to sell. There's some kayak furs as well, which these go for the kayak familiar, and these were going one of those things I was going to make into pouches because, yeah, they were going to make some profit with it. If we just buy one, we can see what the price is. We're definitely going to go for a... oh, we bought for 1 GP. Right, okay, so we are definitely going to do that again. Worst case, 10-15 minutes, I'll be able to make those into pouches, so not too much of an issue there. So, just finishing a couple of sorrow items, which I should have got sorted a long time ago. So, since the last clip, a lot of progress has happened. We have actually managed to finish all the battle staff, so we've basically done 16k battle staff in 4 days. And because of that, we're 11k of 98 crafting, which again, very, very good. So, the emphasis for the next couple of weeks is to try and get the stats for the 110 crafting update. Not so much 110 crafting is what we need, but if we can get something like 100 mining for the clay, 105-ish crafting would be pretty good to be able to do most of the update. And also we just need to get 100 farming to be able to get the brand new farming seed. And hopefully with the beans as well, we'll be able to do that as well. So in terms of stuff sold on the Grand Exchange, we have now managed to sell all the Hellfire metal. I had to bring that price down a little bit, but that's all been able to be sold. The Blood of Orcus have slowed down a bit, so that's only at 61 mil sold, but still quite a bit to sell there. 5 battle staffs, I've kind of been like rotating out, so that's the last of the 5 battle staffs to go, but pretty well there. The other rune swords, which we did on double XP, aren't really going, so they might be something we either sort of turn into burial in the next double XP, or we try and sell for a really low price just to get the GP out of it as well. The U-frames have sold a little bit for the high price, but I'm just going to leave them in. Same with the buying of the refined planks. They're really cheap, so we'll leave that in. And finally, Orichalcum was selling for 6,000 coins last night, so I am trying to sell my stock. That could be 100 mil cash for us if that does sell as well. So yeah, on the stat front, really, really good. And what I was doing as part of the back end of yesterday as well, was starting to work on my guild master requirements for archaeology. I thought I was going to be really, really far away, but there's a lot of logs and a lot of stuff which I'm very close to completing, which is going to really help sort of finish these requirements. So the reason I've been doing the Dominion torch in the middles is because I actually didn't hand them in to Volusia. I did it all to the Tetracompass person, so that's why we're missing that. But once I've handed that in, we just need to go and do a quick round of the vase, cup, and the bowl, and then that is sorted. I do need to go to Tess in Ooglog as well, and this will complete some of the logs with her as well, which is very, very nice. So in terms of the artifacts, I've got the 1,000 artifacts. I need to restore 1,000 artifacts, but I've still got quite a lot of Bandos stuff. In worst case, I'll just go and camp a level 5 spot. Collections, pretty much going to be there, especially when I go and hand some stuff into Tess. There'll only be a few little things to do, and a lot of it is for the Zerosian stuff. So I just need to go and finish like Zerosian 2, and that's pretty much everything that ticks off there, so that's pretty good. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for today. I'm going to be AFKing and editing, so we're going to work on collections. And I need to go and get some of the research done. So research needs to be done for the next couple of days. I think by the time the research is all done, we'll be very much at a point where we can go and do that. And then we'll be able to unlock the master outfit as well as the soil box. The soil box, weirdly enough, is probably the better upgrade because it'll be able to hold all the soil. So we can go and do sift soil while we're going doing things like nightshade or stuff like that. We can use sift soil to make quite a bit of GP. So if I go to test now, as you see, I was working my way through all the collections last night. I'm going to clean my bank out because there's a lot of stuff there which doesn't need to be there. There is one collection done now, and that is about it. Yes. And then finally, the final thing to go through as well is just because we have some keys. Actually, I need to go to another bank. We'll go to war. We do have the promo at the minute where it's the 2 outfits or the numerous outfit sets where you have to pick one as well. Also, the chrono stack is working its way up pretty good there. And I pretty much hit a big thing yesterday. So I hit 5 giant prismatic stars. I wanted to show you guys that as well. And then I've just hit 5 huge prismatic stars, and then I've hit some unstable ones as well. So Ryziel paying out. I did do the Golem Volca first, and I do have the offhand now, but we've hit big with those prismatic stars, and I don't know where to put them. That's going to be a real big thing. We're going to be doing fishing very soon. Cooking as well is very slow. In terms of where we throw it, also rune crafting as well will be very, very slow, but maybe we do it on a double XP. So I'm going to put all these onto cooking because it's going to support the way I'm going to trade fishing. I'm going to use bait and switch, the ability for fishing. And that will just mean that hopefully we can bump up our cooking XP because you're going to get half cooking XP. Hopefully it works where you can do a double XP and use that to work your cooking out as well. And hopefully it'll catch up a little bit so we don't have to do too much cooking. And we can make cooking almost timeless because we're going to get the XP from fishing there. In terms of a lamp, we can now tick off something big. I've got 90, let's go for divination. So there we go, 99 divination, which is a big one ticked off, and probably one which I've been holding off for a long time. We can do the top tier porters now, even though I went to World 84 and sorted that out. But I do think a big AFK state of divination is very much due because of how easy it is, as well as like, even though with incandescent prices, it's still very good in terms of how much cash it can produce per hour. I still think you're looking like 7 to 8 mil. Just need to get the right setup as well. But yeah, pretty decent. I'll get 98 crafting some point soon today. The bond actually runs out today at 7 PM game time, so that is pretty good. And don't get me wrong, we probably haven't made as much progress GP wise, but I think we've really started to pick the speed up on like getting stuff sorted for the account. So sift soil is going to be a massive GP maker, and we're pretty much there with requirements. The next one really is going to be binding contracts, and they're going to be like the fundamentals for our mid-game or our combat, especially going forward as well. I have had a couple of ideas about sort of some mini-series, which I've mentioned in my comments tab, and one I'm debating is doing sort of like clue scrolls for a period of a bond, and hellhounds with binding contracts will be quite important for that because it will help us break even. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are. As you see from here, we can withdraw that hellfire metal. We definitely have enough to cover the bond when we're ready to do it. But just before the membership finishes, I'm going to try and fill my slots out with some other stuff as well, because I'll probably leave it to go a week of non-members while stuff like this sells. So when we do start, we do have a much better cash stack. The rest of this day will probably be working towards archaeology collection logs and then also thinning the bank down. There's an awful lot of junk here, most of it actually not even worth money, which we could do with getting rid of. And we'll see how we go in terms of that. However, that's going to wrap it up. I'm going to go and start finishing off some archaeology collection stuff. We'll go back to Sara now to go and get the cups and all that sort of stuff, and then we can tick that one off. And then we'll need to go to the Zerosian dig sites and also the Armadillo dig site as well. Still not been, so that'll be an easy way to tick off some mysteries as well. So we'll save up for the next episode and we'll wrap this one up. Loads of progress in 99 and working towards the archaeology outfit. That's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to drop me a like. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.